I do want to touch briefly on Miss Shanquella Robinson because we found out that they are not going to press charges in her case, and apparently the Mexican people and the American people are not on the same page as it pertains to her case. And it just kind of feels like another one of those times where it's a miscarriage of justice. Like, how is it that these people get to go out of town, like seemingly, allegedly, kind of, sort of plan to confront this woman, and it ends up in her passing. All this time has gone by and y'all haven't arrested anybody. Like, y'all have this on camera with somebody like beating this girl up, and now she's not alive and nobody's getting arrested. It's not an assault charge, nothing. Like,
Yeah.
that shit really, really upset me, and I would like to understand why. Honestly, I feel like it's probably more to do with the fact that people don't want to do their jobs. That's what it feels like. It feels like the Mexican police and the American police, like, they don't care enough about this black girl to do their job adequately, so that these people who are now in our society planning their next fucking Mexican
Girl,
vacation.
girl.
What's crazy is, though, I'm glad you said that about, them not really caring because she's a black girl. It reminds me of, it was some case that literally people talked about for damn near 20 years. I think it's still unsolved, but it was a girl who went missing in another country. Do y'all remember that? A white girl went missing in another country. She was studying
Natalie
abroad.
Holloway.
Yes, her.
Okay.
And people were looking that case up and down. The authorities were looking for her and everything. So why is it that I don't even think they had a body or anything?
They still don't. Not from my
Okay,
understanding.
that's
But they
what I
sentenced
thought.
the guy.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
shit, like, it should be the same damn thing. Like, you have proof of something happening on video. You have a body. Like, where is the same passion that y'all have for the white girls?
Absolutely. Gabby Petito. They hopped on that shit and stayed on it till they got somebody. Like,
Oh,
that
that was
shit.
quick.
Okay.
Hello? I
That
mean,
was quick.
I was so shocked, y'all, when I heard that. I was just like, I was enraged. I was really like, girl, I was really pissed. I felt like they played in the family's face. You acted and pretended like you was over here really, diving deep into this case, only to call them in like you really got some information, only to sit up there and tell these folks we not gonna move further because it's not any information. But shout out to their attorney, because I was glad that and I said this in my live, ain't no telling when they ass actually started this case. Ain't no telling when they got started. They probably got started at the top of this damn year. For real, for real. By that
Mm.
time, the girl had been buried in everything. Now, she had an autopsy out there in Mexico, and they said that she had an injured spinal cord or a broken spinal cord. She had some other things going on, I believe, within her neck area. But then they said that she had already been embalmed by the time the next autopsy came around. So I don't even
Damn.
know how that even happened. So because of that, that could, like, give you false, reports or something that I was reading. So it can affect the autopsy if you do it after the person's been embalmed. But I'm still confused as to how, a little bit. But anyway, here's the moral of the story. It's the fact that y'all sat up there and closed this girl's case when what is clear at the end of the day was that there was a trauma to her head. That's the thing for me. She had blunt force trauma. She had injuries on her head that was identified in the autopsy that is connected to blunt force trauma. But y'all said y'all don't have enough, even with the video and things that was circulating. And what really pissed me off was this news article that I was reading, and they tried to label it as Shanquella was drunk in the video and that
Yes.
she had gotten in a fight. The girl was not drunk.
I'm
She didn't look drunk at
disgusted
all.
just thinking about how the murderers feel. They probably feel relieved. They probably feel like they literally got away with murder, and literally anybody else could do the same thing. Like, that is so crazy.
I wonder how they feel, because I feel like although there is a bit of excitement, I'm sure there is still a bit of sorrow and sadness because people know who they are now. So however they walked across, like, now I feel like it's even worse knowing that y'all got off at this time. But also, what's interesting as well is that, according to their attorney, it's like they're ping pong, and they're saying Mexico is waiting on America, on the U.S. The U.S. is waiting on Mexico. We're not going to do anything in the U.S. Hopefully, Mexico can do something. Well, Mexico has already given you guys a report or whatever and requested for extradition. So they've already. So are you at least? So y'all not even gonna do that because y'all not gonna bring up any charges. Y'all not even gonna extradite the people back because they've already sent that paperwork. But I'm not an attorney, so I don't know how that whole process goes. But it's like, okay, so y'all did all of this for nothing. How is it that they got different evidence than what it is that y'all got, and y'all not gonna make a move? Was what Mexico had to say not enough, especially when the crime happened in Mexico? That's what I'm not. It's not making. I don't.
It doesn't make
They
sense.
gonna change their names and go missing.
I could see that too.
Or
That's what they say.
I feel like
But
that don't
people
happen
say that
enough.
they ain't gonna do nothing.
oh, it's the
No,
whole
They gonna
thing
right.
on
do nothing.
TikTok.
Girl, George Zimmerman still walking around here like la 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 la.
Exactly. That.
They do nothing.
That's true. It's a shame and it's so upsetting. But with that being said, y'all, I just wanted to get that out the way. Child, let me tell you something. Mexico is so close, and you love a little 3-day trip to Cancun, girl. But it's feeling like anybody about to come out there. Ain't nobody about to come out there because I don't want to go anywhere where somebody could beat me up on camera. I end up dead and then don't nothing happen. Like we just like, oh, I guess I
Right.
don't know. Like nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying it's an accident. Nobody's saying anything. It's just like, oh well, we're just not gonna do anything about it. Too bad, so sad. Yeah, I'm
That's
upset about it.
yeah, very disappointing. But y'all can go over there and lock up a black man for 70 years because he spit on a cop. Meanwhile, cops out here clapping folks and
Oh,
y'all ain't doing nothing. Girl, get it together.
It's insane. The light skinned girl from the trip went live talking about how the fight started because Shanquella did something but never said what it was to me. That is evidence that matches the video and autopsy. Child, let them keep talking. Somebody need to demand that they reopen the case because y'all already online running y'all mouth.
Perfectly so. Perfectly.
little white
Hopefully they
person
do.
started a podcast. Little white person started a podcast with a white following and see what happened.
We're gonna
Mm.
pray. Somebody white. Somebody white jump on a job. Where Amanda Seals talking to some of your white friends.